Hello everyone, I'm Sujian Rakshaza and this is going to be my Tomb Raider Legend playthrough. In this playthrough, I'm going to be playing the game on the hardest difficulty setting and I'm going to be obtaining every single reward in the game since I am a completionist and I want to have that 100% at the end once we're finished. Before I begin, I would just like to quickly clarify that speaking into a mic to a audience or to people is quite foreign to me. So if I come across as a bit robotic or unnatural, that's why. I can only hope that as I do this more and more, it will become and appear as more natural. But please just bear with me if I'm a bit off. But I'll try my best regardless. And if people enjoy, yeah, I'm happy. Now, Tomb Raider Legend came out in 2006. I am 19 years old now, so I was about 4 or maybe 5 when this game first came out. So I'm just thinking about that. It's crazy. 15 years later, here I am still playing the same goddamn game. I think this is a testament to how good this game is because Lara in this game is fantastic. The soundtrack is fantastic. The levels are fantastic. And while the game is quite short, the variety of the locales Lara visits is just great. I really enjoy this game. No doubt this game saved Tomb Raider because after the commercial failure and critical failure of Angel of Darkness, because fans and critics didn't receive that game well at all because it was so glitchy and because it had just so many issues. Crystal Dynamics stepped in after IDOS gave the Tomb Raider brand or Tomb Raider IP, I guess, to Crystal Dynamics. They really modernized Lara and really brought the game to a new audience, a new generation of people. So it's just truly a testament to how good this game is. I'm playing it 15 years later and I'm still enjoying it, you know. I haven't played granted I haven't played the game in about a year and a half. No joke, I've literally installed this game maybe 40 minutes ago. and yeah, I decided okay, I'm going to give this commentating thing a try. I haven't, I have lots of free time on my hands, obviously, due to the prevailing circumstances. I'm sure we all have lots of free time on our hands now. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna give commentating a try. Also, I'm a console gamer first and foremost. I live by console, so I actually had to get used to keyboard and mouse because I'm playing this game on a below average laptop, so I'm sure you can tell by the aspect ratio I have the game set to and the graphics that in order to be able to record without lag and delay, I have to play in this aspect ratio. But I actually don't have a problem with it because there's a sense of nostalgia to it. The shitty the shitty graphics kind of reminds me, well, the dated graphics, they're not shitty for the time, they were phenomenal, but it kind of just reminds me of playing the game on the PlayStation 2, so I enjoy it. And I also get to mod Lara as well, which is probably the best thing about PC gaming is that you can mod Lara. I actually have her default legend outfit modded to a color palette that's inspired by Angelina Jolie in the movies. Black is my favorite color, and I think from a design standpoint, there's elements about her default legend outfit that I like, but she wears this outfit in 4 levels in Ghana, in Bolivia, Peru, and in Bolivia Redux at the end. And I feel like the brown color, just blends in with the environments too much. Specifically here with all the dust and earth and mud and everything around the. It's really apparent in Peru with the desert locale because it just blends in too much. So I like the harsh dark black. It makes Lara stand out, and I really like that. This is actually our first combat section of the game. The combat in this game is quite it's very simple, but I like that in a way because I think Tomb Raider should be exploration primary and combat secondary. And for what it is, I mean, there's five secondary weapons. Speaking of secondary, there's secondary weapons in this game. You have Lara's iconic akimbo pistols, but you also have secondary weapons. You have submachine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, grenade launchers, and you have the end game weapon Excalibur. And then there's an Easter egg cheat which changes Excalibur into Soul Reaver from the Legacy of Kain series, which is what Crystal Dynamics was also known for. So, but that doesn't really count. So there's five secondary weapons, and the most powerful of the secondary weapons are is the assault rifle because of its damage and range. However, you can also get pistol upgrades throughout the game, and this increases the damage output and the capacity of Lara's pistols. And the pistols have infinite ammo, so they're kind of the most powerful weapon in the game anyway, aside from Excalibur, of course. So it doesn't really matter, but at least at the beginning, you want to be using your secondary weapons as much as you can. I'm gonna kick the stone to activate the trap early. It isn't required, but you can judge your jump more precisely by doing so. Another aspect about this game is Lara herself. She's a lot more talkative, and she has Zip, her tech guy, and Alistair, her historian, to kind of sort things out for her, which I guess some fans don't like because Lara has been known in the previous games to be able to do things by herself. But it kind of makes sense that she would hire these guys because when you're raiding tombs constantly, I can imagine you don't have a lot of time on your hands. And Zip and Alistair provide a layer of banter to the game. Lara kind of it kind they kind of bring out Lara's more playful side because she does kind of like to take the piss out of them, which is funny. Um, Lara beforehand was always quite sarcastic, but I think she gets to kind of play into that a bit more in this game because she has Zip and Alistair to kind of take the piss out of, which I enjoy. Some people didn't really like that, but I enjoyed it as a child and I enjoy it now because I mean, wouldn't you want two people to kind of joke around with while you're pushing boxes through incredibly daunting and scary wall traps, you know? Oh, hey guys, I'm about to get crushed by this trap here, but let's joke around. I don't know, I find it funny. I actually noticed I was shooting at the crate there because you actually can't shoot that crate because it's heavy, but you're going to see in this room right here, I shoot the crates as it's more quick. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, if you shoot these crates here, it will actually make them go and be moved at such a really fast speed. So, as opposed to just pushing them, because that takes forever and it's very janky. So, I just like to shoot the crates, but you can't shoot that one in the previous trap room for some reason. You'll see now in a moment. The Jaguar here, the AI behaves so fucking strange. He couldn't be more eager to get into this corner here, and I've never seen that before. But he's actually running away, which never happens, so that was quite interesting. It's like, did I set the game to hard mode or did I set it to peaceful mode, you know? But yeah, as you can see here, I'm actually shooting the crates and they're going so fast. And pushing them, it just takes forever. So there's a little exploit you can utilize if you're playing the game yourself. This puzzle room, we're actually in like an ancient transportation chamber of sorts, and it's quite interesting. When I was younger, I really liked the music and just the overall look of this room. It reminded me of the Temple of Puna in Tomb Raider 3 because there's lots of skulls and um, it's very grim looking, you know, and I liked that when I was younger. The puzzle is very, very simple. It's a simple physics puzzle with this seesaw raft thing. You obviously have to use your weight to push the crates themselves up into the air, but it's nice, you know. I feel like the new Tomb Raiders are lacking this because Lara will just say, "Oh my God, I have to go over there. I have to push this button. I have." It's like she's telling. It's like it's like you have a text to speech walkthrough and Lara's just reading it for you, you know. And I don't like that. The charm of the previous Tomb Raiders was figuring it out for yourself. Now, granted, this game, Alistair and Zip kind of do the same thing, but it's not as abundant as it is in the newer Tomb Raider games. And you have the binoculars and the rad mode, which identifies objects, as in it could be destructible, it can be movable, it can be grappled, but it's not as abundant as it is in Tomb Raider 13. It's not as obvious is what I'm saying. And yeah, I playing through this, I just realized how much I miss that aspect of Tomb Raider. And it actually continues because we're going to get the gold reward now. And this right here is probably the most hidden gold reward in the game. If you didn't have a walkthrough, you would have no clue how to get it. But basically how it works is we're actually gonna jam the the door so that it's being held up only halfway. And I'm sure you can notice the mouth on that idol skull figure on that door. It looks climbable, and it is climbable. So we're actually going to jam the door so it's halfway up, so we can reach the ledge above the door. It's a really well hidden gold reward. It's probably the most well hidden one in the game, but I like that about this game. There's actually you'd really have to use your head here, or toy around with the chain mechanisms to just see if you can, oh, maybe I can get up there. Oh, I can. There's the gold reward, you know? I like that about this game. Now, you might be wondering what is the payoff for getting and collecting all these rewards and artifacts? And let me tell you, there are 32 outfits in this game as far as I know. I believe it's 32, and the variety is quite great. I remember, I do like fashion and I do like collectibles, and it was a real treat for me when I was younger getting all the outfits. You have recolors of the default outfits, but at the same time you also have, oh, there's her cat suit, there's a Soviet army uniform with the camo prints. I think there's a white camo for the winter, and there's forest camo, I think. You have her winter coat. You can get it in pink. You can get it in orange. There's a Union Jack version of her default outfit. There's a sports outfit. If you get every single reward in the game, you get a sexy bikini outfit, of course, which is unfortunate. You can only use it in the manner unless you're modding the game. Now, thankfully, I am modding it. Well, it's not my cup of tea. Well, it kind of. Okay, who doesn't want to see Lara Croft in a fucking bikini, you know? But she has this amazing figure. I mean, why wouldn't the developers make money out of that, you know? Sex sells. Like, I mean, this is this is not the topic for your first video, but I mean, I'm sure all of you Tomb Raider fans know people have been quite critical of her previous designs and this design, and they're just fucking idiots because I mean, why can't a female character be sexy? And you don't have to make it political, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, if she's designed that way and that's the vision, I mean, who cares if she's a fictional character, you know? I don't understand why people have an issue with that, but they're a silent, or sorry, they're a loud minority. She's a fierce character, you know. She appeals to everyone. Women, straight women love her, the gay men love her, the straight men love her. Like, if you're offended by a fictional character looking athletic and attractive, you're probably not exactly you're not probably easy on the eyes. You're probably a bit of a ache to be around. So that's just my 2 cents on it, you know. Grow a thick skin for fuck's sake. I don't know, that type of thing really bothers me, you know. But hey, I always found this room quite interesting because these ceremonial, what would you call them, torture devices that you're swinging on, they just looked quite weird. Zip calls them like a coat rack. It's like you're in the ancient evil coat rack empire or something, which is quite funny. We're approaching the end of the level now. There's actually a very important cutscene, but we're skipping it. But basically, Lara actually cops Ratland. One of Lara's adversaries in this game actually has a piece of Excalibur, and she recognizes it um, in the sword that her mother pulled out in the introduction before she was taken to Avalon, which is quite interesting. This section here just has you kill a wave of mercenaries, and once you're completed that, or once you've killed them all, the end game trigger will happen. So you're just clicking your mouse here or mashing the right trigger if you're playing on Xbox or something, or PlayStation, and that's really it, you know? Where is the last guy? Let's slide on him. I want it to be stylish, like I'm playing Devil May Cry or Bayonetta or something. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the level. Every reward was collected. I believe I beat it in like 15 minutes or so. I actually kind of want to check. Yeah, 15 minutes, not bad. So yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the Peru level. Take care, guys.